Ladies and gents, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis and I am your host today. First and foremost, a huge apology for the delay in putting out another video. Some of you will know because you follow me on social media. I have actually been off on a bit of a mission in the last week, which has completely taken me offline. I was somewhere where I couldn't get on Wi-Fi, so I had these plans to do videos and it just didn't happen because I physically couldn't get on to be able to film them. But I do trust that everything is in divine timing and divine alignment. So clearly I wasn't supposed to be on last week at all, other than obviously the video that I did with Maxine at the start of the week. So how have you been? Have you missed me? You're probably like, no, Lucy, I'm on your social media, like what you're talking about. Yeah, it's been a very, very interesting week, and I will share more about that. I will do some more videos this week coming to bring you guys up to speed. I'm not too sure when because my diary is really busy. However, this is the full moon video. Now, anything that I speak about in this video will be in the description. So if you want a link, or if you want to, anything that I talk about, please go there. Now, the first thing before I get into the full moon information and the video, I just wanted to touch on, I am running another one of those very, very profound healing sessions on the 30th of March. So 3003 for here in the UK. It's going to be 7 p.m. UK time until 10 p.m. So fingers crossed, wherever you are around the world, that will work for you with your time zones. We will have stepped into British summertime at that point. So where we are today on the 15th of March, we will be an hour ahead. Okay, so figure that out with your own time zones around the world. Now, what we're going to be focusing on the healing half day this time is women's hormones. So we know that there is such a huge issue with hormones across the board with men and women, but I'm going to focus on the women's first because obviously I'm a woman, and then I will do one for the men on how to boost your levels of hormones and what we can do, and kind of the energetics behind it, because this is the most important thing about these healing half days, or I call them a healing half day because it's 3 hours. So I look at, first and foremost, I get you into alignment so that we're all connected energetically, and then I take you through some of the energetics behind what you might be experiencing. So, the key women's hormones, I'm not going to be able to do all of them because I'll be there all day and all night. But I'm going to pick some key hormonal issues with women, and I'm going to talk about the energetics. What do I mean by that? The emotional trauma that is stored in your body, which is resulting in the output of the physical symptoms that you have got. So, they're pretty profound sessions. They're very enjoyable, and I also help you do a massive amount of shifting and healing. Now, back about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I was doing a meditation and I was giving a very, very profound new healing tool. This is going to be the first time I use it. I haven't spoken about it outwardly. It was a very powerful tool, to the point that I actually had to stop and be like, are you sure you want me to have this? I've been working on it myself behind closed doors, and I've been doing some group healing sessions and using it. The effects have been profound, but I will be absolutely talking it through and sharing it in this session. So if this sounds like a bit of you, the link will be in the description. Please do go, I can't speak. Please do go and get yourself signed up for that. Like I say, a couple of weeks is all it is. It's the 30th of March, 7 p.m. UK time till 10 p.m. UK time. Okay. The spaces are limited. I don't have a full Zoom meeting for it because I want to make sure that I can engage with people and help people break through. That might change in the future, but at the moment, this is only the second one I'm doing, so I want to keep it relatively intimate. Okay, who's excited for the full moon information? Before we go in, just to let you guys know the way the rest of this video is going to go, I'm going to give you the information on the moon and the energy that is surrounding it. Then I'm going to give you a ritual. So if you are somebody that's going to want to do the ritual, please go and grab a pen and paper now. You will need it to write it down, and I will see you in a second. Okie dokie. So this moon is on the 18th of March, so in a few days time. I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting this video out tonight or tomorrow, so I will let you guys know. But yes, the full moon is on the 18th of March. Now, what they said to me when I was getting the information for this is a very, very profound message. It's time to move on from the past and create the future. Now, something that has been really high in my consciousness over the last week, where I've been out, doing my thing, is how quickly intentions are manifesting into reality. So that's very much what the ritual is going to be around today. But the full moon is basically saying, right, what do you want? Prove that you want it, and let's go and get it. Okay, it's a very, very fast paced energy. As we've known, February was very fast. March is like flying, absolutely flying. It's even more highly powered than February was, and April will again continue to be the same. So through the rest of this month, particularly over the full moon period, so we've got the full moon, we've got the equinox, okay, very close together. What this basically means is that there is going to be a lot coming up into our visions. Okay, it's going to be a lot of information, and we are going to be getting facts. We are going to be getting clarity that we may not have witnessed before now, and it will all be coming to the surface for us to face. Now, for some of you, you'll be like, yeah, I'm good with this because I know what's going on. However, this is going to, it's basically going to come up and bring up stuff for everybody. Even those of us that believe that we know what's going on, trust me, it's going to bring stuff up for us. Okay. So let's say you are somebody who has chosen not to face the truth over the last few years. There is going to be nowhere to hide from it. So I talk about this a little bit more through the rest of the information, but now is the time where we should be like, just letting people know that we're there, putting our arm around their shoulder, in the knowing that, there is nowhere to run and hide from this information anymore. We are stepping into the time of disclosure. We are stepping into the time whereby, we've got no option but to look it square in the eye. Now, if you've been following me for the last few months, I've been really highlighting to you that the shadow element of what we're doing, we've got to be looking at it square in the eye. We've really got to be acknowledging who we are, what we are doing, how we are allowing this to manipulate us and control us. If you've been doing that work behind the scenes, then this month should I'm going to use that word loosely, be a little bit easier for you. The rest of this month, so from full moon, you're going to feel really quite rattled around full moon. Okay, it's going to be bringing up all of your healing. You're going to be having people being irritating. You're going to be having people that are being perfectionists, and we're going to be looking at it like, why are they doing that? Like, why do they have to be so perfect? And it's basically everybody's emotional trauma responses. That's what we're going to be seeing. Now, what happens when you see it in somebody else? Recognize it in yourself. Normally there is a mirror effect taking place. So we have to look ourselves square in the eye right now. This is the time that we have to face it head on. There is nowhere else that we can run with it. We absolutely must look at it. We must journal it. We must sit with it. We must feel it. We must allow it. We must, recognize it in other people so that we can actually clear this once and for all. This full moon is a powerhouse for clearing and cleansing and moving forwards. Okay. You guys should be excited. I'm very, very excited with this. Like I say, we've got full moon on the 18th, then at the 20th or the 21st, I can't remember because I've got so many dates in my head at the moment, is the equinox. Very powerful period of time. Very, very powerful. So let's just agree that we're going to get it all shaken up. We're going to start stepping forwards and into this. Okay, once and for all, we're going to clear it. So this full moon is bringing a heck of a lot of creative energy. Okay, you might be drawn to start writing or drawing or producing something. If you do, please do it. It's allowing this creative flow to get going. Okay, it's really that Piscean energy of the creativity that's really just coming up through us at the moment. Okay, so please do recognize. You will be noticing as well that you're thinking, you will, I'm calling it thinking because it's mind, okay? So you'll be getting, you'll be dreaming a lot more. Let me know in the comments if you're dreaming a lot more. My dreams are very profound right now. I wake up and I'm like, whoa, that was very interesting. I'm remembering everything. I'm remembering intricate details. I'm remembering the who. I'm remembering the what. I'm remembering the where. It's extremely, the veil is very thin right now. You will be getting more downloads than usual. Your intuition will be kicking in much more. Trust it. We are literally elevating right now, and it is such an exciting period of time on the planet. People are going to be knowing things and going, I've got no idea how I know this, but I know it and I'm going to go with it. And then they will be getting the success off the back of that. It is also very much a time for action. Any full moon is a good time for action. What do you need to take action on right now? Like right now, what do you need to do? What have you been putting off? What have you been leaving till tomorrow? What have you been saying you're going to go back to? That is the list that you need to be writing. Remember, you can be manifesting and setting all the intentions that you choose, but unless you're doing something to say, yes, this is really what I want to be doing, then obviously, you know, it's not going to manifest, or your intentions aren't going to come through quite as easily or quickly. You need to be taking some sort of action, okay? Doesn't mean you have to go and, you know, make the $1 million to buy the healing center or whatever it is that you want to do, but it's about taking action. What steps can you take? Have you been to see a place? Have you been and spoken to, you know, people, just, you know, getting their heads together, thinking about how you can create the money for it? That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about here. We are going to see a big, because of this shift in energy around the full moon and equinox, we are going to see a big shift around the desire for freedom and the uprising. So all of that stuff that's been going on through 2020 and 2021 is going to start to come back up, okay? People want their lives back. People want the truth. People want justice. I think that's the right word to be using right now. People want justice for what has been going on, and there's going to be a little bit of noise around that incoming. I also see it coming in April as well, but we're not talking about that right now. I will put the April energy update out in maybe a week or so, okay? If you are single right now, you can be bringing in a very, very passionate new relationship. Love is on the cards, not just if you're single, by the way. If you are in a relationship, you can get a really deep, beautiful, even more connected love, you know, and move your relationship onto a whole nother level if you so choose. It's there for the taking. Love is just constantly ringing through at the moment, okay? Do you want that? Do you choose that? Are you ready for it? You know, are you somebody who pushes it away when they get too close? Are you somebody that runs for the hills? You know, recognize if that's your pattern, you are not going to attract it. If you do choose it, if you would like it, make sure that you recognize it and you're setting these intentions and you're doing something about it. You cannot sit there when you're at home saying, I really want to date and I really want to go out and I really want to this, that, and the other, yet you're not on the dating apps. Not that I necessarily believe that they're a good thing, but you know what I mean. Or you're not going out to meet people, or you're not chatting to the guy that chats you up in the supermarket, you know, that kind of thing. We have to be taking a little bit of action to be able to get the results, ladies and gents, okay? Another really key topic that's coming through from this full moon is a huge financial shift. There is going to be a huge shift in regards to finances over the course of the next weeks, month. Okay, be prepared. There is enough abundance in this world for absolutely everybody, and I'm just being shown a massive shift, whether that be something like XRP coming in, I don't know, or some of the cryptos or something like that. I don't know what it is, but they were showing me a massive financial shift. I mean, it could be a crash, let's be honest about it. It could be the stock market or something like that, but there is a huge financial shift, and I almost see it doing that, you know, switching about 90 degrees or something. So there is a real jolt in it, okay? As I was saying earlier, self-worth, self-love, self-care, they must be absolute paramount during this full moon, the equinox, and going through into April. If you are not looking after yourself and loving yourself, you are going to get challenged in a very, very, very big way. There is so much noise going on. It's sensory overload. If I did a video recently, and maybe I'll link back to it actually, about the tool. I can't remember what I called it, but it's basically about the tools that you need to use to find your calm space, to be able to cope with what's going on. So I'll link back to that video here. I wish I could remember the name, but I don't. That's what I'm talking about right now. Recognize what it is. Is it nature? Is it, you know, being around people? Is it isolating? Like, I don't know. You guys know better than yourself better than I ever could profess to. There is also, and this is going to excite some people, there's also a really beautiful new level of angelic energy hitting us. So we've got a lot of light coming in, as we know. There's lots of shifts taking place. There is a very, very, very beautiful dynamic in the angelic realm of energy coming through. So be open to receive it. If you've seen any of my pictures on social media recently, you will know, like, there's certain shots of me and I've got angel wings and I've got, you know, it's very, very profound. Trust me, it is there for those who wish to believe it. Those who want to see it will see it. I promise you, it is there for the taking for everybody, not just, you know, those that talk about it. Okie, so let's crack on with the ritual. So you're going to need a few things for the ritual today. Something to smudge, so your smudging tool of choice. You will need a lighter, you will need a pen, a piece of paper, and a bowl of water. I'm doing this off memory, so if I forget anything, I'm really sorry. Then, as always, your first step is to cleanse your aura. Now, for this, what we want to be doing is saying something along the lines of thank you and goodbye to all that no longer serves me. Allow the energy around to create the intentions being set for the greatest good of self and humanity. So that's step number one. Just cleanse your aura. You can use anything, oils, incense, say Palo Santo, salt, you name it. You use whatever you normally would use to cleanse your aura. The next one, step number 2, is cleansing your space. So say something along the lines of, as you're going around, you know, as you're going around with your whatever it is that you're using, please remove all stagnant energy from my space and the things that reside in my space. I let go of the past and step into the new. Sounds good, doesn't it? Feels good. I'm like, woo, buzzing. Step number 3, set the tone. Do you need incense or oils going on? You know, diffusing oils, or do you need to be burning incense? Do you choose to have some music, or maybe some crystals around you, or maybe your cards or your crystal ball or something like that? What works for you? Get your space set up and set the tone. Okay. Step number 4. Drop into a space of meditation for about 10 minutes. And there's a couple of things that I'd like you to look at. So step number 1 within step number 4 is start by acknowledging the past. So recognize it, thank it, and identify what comes up that you're going to choose to release. So that's part number 1. Okay, so the second part to this is look at the intentions that you need to set so that you can move on from the past and create the new. Okay, like I said, do that for about 10 minutes. And you should get all of the information flooding in. I like to do it this way rather than writing and then sitting in meditation, although I do that sometimes, because it will get the juices flowing. Things will come up within you that perhaps you wouldn't normally think about. So step number 5, take your pen and paper, and on your first piece of paper, just grab an A4 piece and rip it in half if you need to, or grab 2 separate pieces of paper. The first step is, what did you realize you needed to let go of? So is it a relationship that's holding you back? Is it your addiction to cigarettes that's holding you back? Is it, you know, this belief that you shouldn't earn money because you need to work really hard and you need to, all of those old limiting beliefs. So that's on page 1. Explore them all, get them all out of your cells, because we're going to release that, mama. Okay. The second piece of paper, write on there the intentions that you are setting for the new. So how are you going to carry your life forwards? What are you going to do? How are you going to intend better for the future? Okay, so step number 6 is all about reviewing. Take a few moments to read and review what you have written. You've taken your meditations, you've written it all down. Read it, digest it. Is there anything missing? It might inspire you to add more things on there. Please, this is you. This is your full moon. You can choose whatever you decide, okay? Do it as many times as you need to do it. Step number 7, once you have read it and made the tweaks, go back through it again. And this time, for page number 1, I would like, each time you read the words, it's now time to release this. I'd like you to say those words. It's now time to release this. Okay, so any of the things that you are, they're just holding you back. Step number 8 is take that first piece of paper. So put the second piece of paper safe with your intentions, but the first piece of paper is going to burn, baby, burn. So safely grab the candle or the lighter or whatever you've got. Make sure that you've got a bowl of water at hand and set a light to the piece of paper. Preferably do this outside so that if you have to drop it, it's safe. But make sure that you've got the bowl of water safely. Please, 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 please just do it safely. Allow it to go up in smoke and allow it to be burned. We no longer require that. Thank you very much. You've served us so far, but now we are releasing you. We do not want you anymore. We are choosing to move forwards. We are choosing the new. Okay, so step number 9, just make sure that the paper is completely out, okay? And give gratitude to the moon for taking it and transmuting it, okay? Very important. Step number 10. So the piece of paper number 2, which has got your intentions on, what I would be doing is folding them up nicely and popping them under your favorite crystal. Now, I bought a really beautiful new crystal the other day. It's a beautiful heart and it's pink amethyst. It's very stunning. That's going to be looking after my intentions because it's very divine feminine. It's very beautiful. It's very loving and mother nurturing energy. So that's the kind of energy I want to come through my intentions right now. So have a think about it. What is the energy that you would like coming through yours? Ladies and gents, that is your full moon information. I appreciate it's been a little bit like blah, 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 and your ritual. So happy full moon, babes, and let me know how this feels for you and let me know how it goes once you've done it. I will catch you guys really, really soon, and I will give you loads more information as to what I've been up to. Catch you soon.